This is Chef Inspire. I am here today to talk to you about becoming the watcher. The watcher. Now this is pretty deep. I want you to listen to everything that I'm saying, because when you become the watcher, you are the one who is actually looking at your thoughts. It is written that we can take every thought captive and make it obey. Now, the only way that you're going to be able to take your thoughts captive is that you begin to watch your thoughts. You begin to watch those 60,000 random thoughts that are going through your mind. And you, all of a sudden, you pick out the ones that you want to keep. And you get rid of the ones that you want to get rid of. But you have to be the watcher. You have to be the one that says, there's a thought. Is that a thought going to push me towards my goals and my dreams, or should I just discard that one? This is what happens when you become the watcher. And everybody wants to get to that point where they're the watcher. You are the watcher of your thoughts. You are the controller of your thoughts. Your thoughts are not just leading you. You're not just being led around by all these 60,000 random thoughts that are running through your mind. Most of us, we are people that react to those 60,000 random thoughts because we're not watching them. We're not saying to ourselves, this is not me. What I'm going to do is break it down in 5 points. Are you ready? Here we go. Number 1, you are not your mind. We get these thoughts and they just come through our mind, but that thought is not us. It is not something. The only way that that thought becomes us is when we take those thoughts and act on them. And when we act on those thoughts, then they become a part of who you are. But the thought, the initial thought, is not you. You are not your mind, and you are not your thoughts. Number 2, your feelings show you where you are. Your feelings let you know the vibrational level that you are operating on. When you're feeling good, then you are operating in a high level of vibration. When you are feeling bad, then you are operating in a bad level of vibration. But by becoming the watcher, you can say, okay, I'm feeling kind of low right now. I need to switch my vibration so that I can feel good again. You become the watcher. You become the person that says, no, I can instantly change my vibration. I can instantly change my feelings because my feelings follow my actions. So if I start feeling low, I can do something to raise myself up so I can feel high again, so I can raise my vibrations again. Your feelings show where you are, but being the watcher gives you the power to say, I don't have to stay here. I don't have to stay in this low feeling. I can raise my feeling by raising my vibration, by doing something that makes me feel good. Listen to some music that I love, going on a run, eating food that makes you feel good. Not makes you feel bad after you eat it, but healthy food that says, oh yeah, I did what I'm supposed to do. I did something that's going to add to where I want to be in my life. Number 3, let yourself know that your 5 senses are the first level of who you are. The things that you can touch, feel, smell, taste, see. I mean, these things are your senses, but you can operate on the 6th sense. You can operate on another level when you become the watcher. When all of a sudden, when you feel like eating something that you know that you're not supposed to eat, that sense of taste is making you want to do something or eat something that you know you're not supposed to be. When you become the watcher, all of a sudden you say to yourself, the true self says to yourself, that I'm not going to eat that. So you actually control the 5 senses. Your 6th sense can control your 5 senses because your 5 senses is just the first level of who you are. You can operate on another level. And the 6th sense level is who you really are. You can be the watcher of those 5 senses and make those 5 senses line up to where you want to go, what you want to be, and who you want to become by taking control of them and telling them that they cannot do what they want to do. You are in control. You are the watchers. Number 4, the watcher is your consciousness. Did you ever hear, let your conscience be your guide? We always hear that little voice inside of us that tells us not to do something, or we should do something, or we shouldn't do something. And a lot of times we ignore that little consciousness and do what our 5 senses tell us to do. And every time we are led by our 5 senses, we are actually led to do something that our flesh wants to do. And our flesh is unquenchable. It does not know the difference between right and wrong. It only wants to be satisfied. So when you listen to your flesh, you are leading yourself into destruction. You need to get to the point where you become the watcher, the consciousness. And when you hear that still small voice that is telling you to do the right thing, listen to that. Do the right thing, and you will be listening to your consciousness. Your conscious is your guide. Operating in the 6th sense instead of on the 5 senses, which is the first level of who you are, you will be able to make powerful and life-changing decisions that are going to not only change your life, but are going to help you to become a person that God can use to change other people's lives too. When you become the watcher, when you use your consciousness to watch those 5 senses and bring them under submission, you will become powerful. You'll become more productive. You'll become that person. Number 5, when you practice becoming the watcher, you will become the driver of your own life. You will be able to create a life worth living. You will be able to create a life by design. You will be able to create a life based on the things that you want, not on the things that are around you, and not on the things that other people around you say, do, or want. You will start to follow your own guide, that still small voice that is constantly leading you in the right direction, that is bringing you to higher heights and deeper depths in the things that you're supposed to be doing. You are a powerful being. But what we must do is we must learn to become the watcher. And as we become the watcher, we will be able to orchestrate our own lives. We'll be able to take ourselves wherever we want, because we become the driver of our own lives. Let me give you those 5 points again. Number 1, you are not your mind. You are not your thoughts. Number 2, your feelings show you where you are, but your feelings can be changed by you doing things that if you're feeling low, you can do something to switch your feelings because your feelings follow your actions. Number 3, the 5 senses is the first level of who you are, but there is a 6th sense, and that 6th sense is the watcher, the person that is able to tell your 5 senses what to do. Number 4, the watcher is your consciousness. It is the consciousness, is let your conscience guide you. That still small voice that always leads us in the right direction. We must learn how to tune into it and become affluent at listening to it so that we can always make the right decision. And number 5, when we practice becoming the watcher, we become the captain of our ship. We become the masters of our soul. We become the driver of our own lives. We become the copilot that will take us to our dreams and our goals and to fulfill the things that we desire in our lives. Become the watcher. Become the watcher of those. Don't let those 60,000 random thoughts take you places that you don't want to go. You are powerful, and you can do anything that you set your mind to do if you become the watcher. I hope you get this. I hope you got it. If so, your life will get better and better. You get it? You got it? Good. Have a blessed day.